Hey, hope you're well. John here. So we're on to day 4, and if you haven't checked out the other days, then day 1 I went through how I got into music. Then day 2 I then spoke about some of the challenges I faced. Day 3 I broke down the light bulb. Hey, hope you're well. John here. So we're on to day 4. So day 1, if you haven't checked it out, was how I got into music. Day 2 is some of the challenges I've faced over my career. Day 3 is the light bulb moment I had for this new EP. And then I break it down. And day 4, I just want to discuss. Hey, hope you're well. John here. So we're on to day 4 of this 5-day mini experience. So if you haven't checked out the other days, day 1 is when I went into how I got into music. Day 2 is some of the challenges I faced. Day 3 is the light bulb moment I had for this new EP, and I broke down each song. And today I want to go into my current mission and goal, where I'm going forward. So if you haven't checked out this page yet, head on over to rocketfuelhq.com/John-Hart. And I've teamed up with the lovely guys at Rocket Fuel. Now, I've tried like crowdfunding campaigns before. I tried, I think it was Pledge Music, and I didn't really know what I was doing, and I didn't really enjoy the experience of it. It was just kind of like asking for money, and I'm a musician. I'm not a salesman, and I don't like that. It's feels very, I don't know, dirty, discussing it like that. So, but at the same time, I want my fans, family, friends to get involved with the whole process at the same time. So I do like crowdfunding on that angle. But what I love about Rocket Fuel, and you can check them out by just going to rocketfuelhq.com, is not only do they do like a store, they do membership where you add value, and obviously they've got other features at the top here as well. So if you are a musician, or if you're starting out and you'll want to, build up towards something like this, then really do check out Rocket Fuel. And they got a great course as well on how to teach you about the platform and lots of different things. So here is my mission statement. Now, I try to think of different ways. So I'm on a mission to release awesome acoustic music. I wanted to keep it short and sweet, but what I really should probably put is I'm on a mission to release awesome, authentic acoustic music or art, because I used to be someone that, like I said, I think in one of the other days, I used to write for whatever was trending. I used to write rock pop stuff, and I quickly fell out of love with that. I felt more like a machine, and so for the past 10 years, I've just been writing for myself, but just like writing about the things that matter to me. And actually, it's resonated with a lot of you and a lot of other people. And I've had messages from people who have like lost loved ones and said that this particular track, which was Wind Chime, got them through this period. Or, Lost at Sea has helped them with their mental health, and Father has done this and this. And you never ever think about that when you're starting your journey, or in this case, mission. So anyway, that is the top of there. I've got the video, which if some of you have been on here, you can, you've checked it out and things as well. And at this time, there's about 2 weeks away, but I think at the time of recording, I'm going to be releasing this a week later. So it'll probably say a week to go when you actually go onto the website. And if you haven't checked this out yet, so this is the store, and all of these items are going to be working towards this goal. And this goal basically will fund the EP, and it will help me release it. And I've got the amazing Declan Sapella on there, so he's going to be mixing and mastering it for me. I'm also going to donate a percentage of it towards Help Musicians UK. So this is my first real experience of putting something like this together, and there's always a fear factor. There's anxiety that flows through this, because I'm kind of doing it through this process, but I want to make it fun for everybody. So anyway, I've got 16 items on here. I had a few more, but I've sort of swapped it around since. And I just break them down. So here I've got the Songs for Strings EP, and it's going to be £10 because I can sign it for you and I can add a message on the inside. And then, so that's £10 there, and excluding P&P. And then we've got a digital tab book. So obviously it's not going to be that size. But once I've arranged and recorded the EP, then I'm going to then put it into a tab book. So if you've enjoyed Stormy Weather Rolls, Father, Poison Envy, and Lost at Sea in the past, and you want to learn it, then this digital tab book will be great for you. And obviously, if there's a request for printed version, I'll go into that down the line. But it gets quite costly with trying to do printing on that side of things. So anyway, that will be digital, and that costs £20. And then lovely Katie, who has already suggested a journal, because she enjoys writing in a journal or a notebook alongside listening to my music and other music. So I've decided to put a notebook together, and I'll sign it, and then I can put a little personalized message on the inside or add whatever you feel. So that is a little bundle there. So these two bundles, and then this is kind of like an Uber bundle of the deluxe CD, which I'll sign with the tab book and notebook as well. All right, and then we come down to the next row. So this video for you, which I'll open up in another tab, was requested by a couple of people. I had someone say, could you do like a Zoom video where you wish happy birthday or happy Christmas. And then I had someone else saying, well, if I sent a composition of mine, could you give me feedback? And I was kind of like, well, instead of doing it in separate things, let's just do it all at once. And the lovely Chi, who's done all my videos in the past, took this lovely photo here of me doing a little rock pose. And as I've seen on here, you go down and I've got sort of 4 different points there. So I can perform and dedicate a track to a loved one. We can have a chat about general life, wish you a happy birthday, give you feedback on your music compositions, or you can do something different. So if you are a musician and you want to jam, now obviously there's latency issues with Zoom and things as well, but we can do a call and answer. So I play something, you hear it, then you play it back, and then we can have a chat or however. So you can have a mix. So that is there, and then we can arrange that once you've signed up for that. And then I came across this thing, and my father and mother-in-law bought us a Soundwave piece of artwork which had our wedding song, which was Gabriel's Oboe as my wife walked down the aisle. And they sent us this, and I was like, oh, that's really, really lovely. I think you can put your phone up against it and hear the whole thing. So I looked into it, and I came across this foil Soundwave art. So it's the same thing, and then all you do is just request which song from Songs for Strings, and then I'll get it made for you. All right, so that is there, and obviously you can click on the link and check out more info. And then I got these USB sticks, and they're lovely wooden, and they're about 16 gigabyte, and they have 70 tracks on them, which includes Songs for Strings as well. And they have all the old releases, which is from my fingerstyle singer-songwriter stuff, but it also has my pop rock stuff on there as well, which is not released. So you can grab that there. And then we go on to G7 Capo. And I teamed up with these guys, and I tried lots of different customized sort of, signature versions of this. But actually, I thought the JH emblem logo on the side worked out really well. And what's really nifty is G7 Capo have this ART technology, and you can go on their website and check that out. But what actually worked out is the JHART spells J Heart, which was awesome when we all figured that out. And so anyway, what I'm going to be doing, I think in the time of this recording when I release it, It will be on Friday. So I'm going to be giving away one of these capos. You'll see it in either the emails or socials when, to one of the supporters here. So the previous week, I've given away an Ortega guitar. This week, when you go and watch this, I'm going to give away a G7 capo. And then next week, if you're to all my supporters, I'm going to give away a Tonewood amp. All right. So if you want to grab a G7 capo, you can do it here. Or if you've become a supporter of something else, you could potentially win one. All right. So that's that. And then here we've got sort of lots of bundles. So we've got a signed release bundle of all my CDs. Okay, and then we've got a bundle here which has the USB and a G7 capo, JH G7 capo. And then we have here a bundle which has the signed release bundle and the G7 capo. The reason why there is only a few left is because Reborn, all the copies I got from 2015 have now reached the point where I've only got 3 left. And I might order a few copies down the line. So those are those. And then we go on to Acoustic Guitar Circle. Now, if you haven't checked out Acoustic Guitar Circle, firstly, you can go and get a couple of free lessons if you want to at acousticguitarcircle.com, or you can come and purchase a course here. So you can get the beginner course or the intermediate course for £250. That will give you 12 weeks of lessons. Also, you'll get feedback from me. So check that out via the link. And then we go to the last row. So here we've got private live stream house concerts. So if you are missing gigs, or you would like to organize a private show for you, your family, all around the world, then come and sign up for this. And normally I go up for about 500, but I'm doing it for £300 because it's not in person. And all you do here, so if I go onto this link, what we do here is, so once you've made the purchase, I'll then get in contact with you. You host it. We set a date and a time. You can create a private group on Facebook, and or something else. It could be, I think Facebook's sometimes easier because you can then clock the viewers. But if you wanted to do it on something like Zoom, then what I do is everyone mutes themselves, and then you can then just hear me. I haven't really worked with that on that, but we can test it out. You can invite your family and friends worldwide, sit back, and I'll perform a personalized concert for you. It's really fun. I did it for someone's birthday over the summer, and they loved it. It was because it's really bespoke, and that worked out lovely. So that is an online house concert. And then it leads me on to these 3. So if I just click on one of these, so this is pretty much composing. But I decided to put it in a Wheel of Fortune because I used to love that program growing up. So what is the fingerstyle Wheel of Fortune? Basically, I can come up with an idea for you to you can either learn it, you can either just keep it for yourself, you can put it into one of your compositions, arrangements, however, really. And so tier 1, which is it goes £400, £750, 1,100 is basically the hours that are going to be clocked up here. So for a 1-minute piece, I can put it together in 3 hours, 2-minute piece, 6 hours straight, 3-minute, 9 hours straight. All right. And the Wheel of Fortune part comes in where I want you to send me 3 answers to these sections. So section 1 is tuning. You either choose standard tuning, dagger tuning, or this tuning that I've used for Stormy Weather Rolls, Father, and More, which is a C add 9 tuning, CGD, EGD. You pick one of those, then you pick a style. So this could be traditional fingerstyle, like Lost at Sea. It could be modern fingerstyle, like Reminiscent Rain, or Defuse, or whatever you've heard, or a fingerstyle singer-songwriter, which may take me a little bit longer because obviously I've got to add lyrics, which is Wind Chime. Now, what would be helpful is if you came up with some lyrics for that, and then you could send it to me, and then I could try and come up with a melody. So that is section 2, what style. Section 3 would be the capo number. So it could be open strings, So, without capo. Capo 3 and Capo 5. Now, obviously, I could try 7, 9 if you want to, but the further I go up the fretboard, the less space I have to play. So the more of the fretboard, like, with open strings, the more I have the whole fretboard to come up with something for you. Once you've made your purchase, you'll be emailed. Please reply to the email with your answers to the sections, and we'll pop in a date. Basically a date for me to finalize it, so they can sort of work backwards from there. Again, you can keep it for yourself or give it to a loved one or anyone as a gift. And I will send it to you unmixed, because that's not included. This is just putting it together. And I can either send you a link if you wanted to get it mixed elsewhere. And then I will also try and put some rough tab together for you and give you the copyright. So that is all wrapped up in there. And that's called Fingerstyle Wheel of Fortune. All right, so those are all the things there. But like I said, for every supporter, over the next few Fridays, there are going to be prizes that I'm going to announce on Facebook Live and email as well. So those are in the shop. And then in membership, I've got 3 memberships here. So if you don't really want to buy a product, but you want to support me at the same time, I've got 3 different tiers. One called the Toe Dipper. Okay, and that's where you'll get a video credit on every video I release that month that you sign up. You get monthly tab bundles. So even if you're not interested, you can then give it to someone who is playing guitar, and you get access to a private Facebook group, which I'll set up, where I'll do, lots of videos like this and the previous days, live streams, etc., etc. And then One Foot In is where you'll get a personalized video message, which is similar to Video for You, and I can send you a video message every month, and I give you video credit, also monthly tab bundle, private Facebook group. And then the 2 Feet In is where you'll get a video credit. You'll get personalized video performance, so I can perform one of my tracks for you. You get monthly tab bundle, 30-minute video chat. That can be anything really. It could be talking about one of your songs. It'd be, just a brief chat. Private Facebook group and video feedback. So you can send me something of yours and I can give you feedback. So those are the 3 there. And then if you scroll down, it's got a little blurb here about the EP. And if you don't want to purchase anything and you don't want to get involved with any of the tiers, then I've had one person already send me a donation. So for instance, if you would like to pay more than the EP, then you can then send me a donation if you want to, and then I can send you an EP on top of that. All right, and then obviously there's a little bit of blurb here and some links. So that is kind of a breakdown of my mission and my goals at the moment, and this is going to be the first of hopefully many. My idea for this is that the whole premise of Songs for Strings actually is about home, and especially with everything going on this year, with COVID and lockdown and things as well. I sort of feel, we want to make the best we can with home. So this is Songs for Strings at the moment, but I intend to maybe, bring out more EPs in the future. Maybe one's going to be called Home. Maybe then I can then go to another EP called The Village or The Town, and then there'll be City and there'll be Country, and you never know, it could lead up to a whole album called The World or whatever it is. And then I want to then bring in more experiences, more things. So like a listening experience where, you could have the morning coffee listening experience. So I do a little bundle there or an experience. Then you could have your afternoon nap experience, and then you could have your evening whiskey listening experience, and I'll embed a whole bundle into that. And so these are all crazy ideas that I have for the future. But again, I would love to hear how you listen to music. Do you listen to it in a dressing gown with slippers, with a coffee, or is it whiskey, or is it afternoon tea, or however it is? Anyway, So that's for the future. But for the moment, this is what I'm working on at the moment. I love your feedback. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. And tune in tomorrow. And yeah, have a great day. See you soon. Bye-bye.